Hello, this is Sir Havoc and this is my Type 64 review. The Type 64 is a Chinese Tier 6 premium light tank that I believe was kind of remodeled on the Hellcat. I think after the war America shipped the Hellcats out to China and they made the Type 64. After spending some time looking at the forums, mainly the American forums, I actually saw some people giving the Type 64 some bad press, and I couldn't believe it because this is one of my if not the favourite tank for me. And during this review, I'd like to show you why. But it's a premium tank, costs a bit of money to buy, but it makes you a lot of credits, and it's one of them tanks that even if you penetrate your premium shells, which in a light tank you often do have to use, you will make some money. So as we go to the stats, it has 580 hit points, which for a tier 6 light isn't amazing. The VK, as you can see, has 610. Now 30 doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. It can mean the difference between life and death, and an extra 30 hit points can be the difference between an extra 1000 damage or 1000 spotting damage. Its weight to load limit is awesome, 23.3 by 25, so those of you who don't understand that, it just means it's really good. Engine horsepower is 500, again for a tank of this weight is awesome. Its top speed is 72.4, which again is pretty amazing, so you won't have any problems relocating from one place of the map to another, which I think is absolutely vital in a light tank, and especially with the mods that people have now where your last known location is kept on the map. Using that mod against people is something that's really useful, so you can pop your head up, be spotted, know you're spotted, relocate to another point of the map where you're not going to be expected to be seen because everyone's going to be looking at their mini-maps. They've seen your last known location and they're expecting you to be to that area, so that's handy. The traverse speed is 56 degrees, which again is pretty awesome, and you have no problems circling your enemy, because not only is that good, but the traverse speed is good also. That's 36. The armour is not even worth talking about. It's a light tank. Your armour is your speed, your camouflage and your skill, which is why I like playing them so much, so it's not even really worth talking about armour, to be honest. Now, the gun is pretty amazing in my opinion. It does 18.18 rounds per minute and it reloads every 2.85 seconds. The gun is actually the second gun on the Hellcat, I do believe. Give me 1 second and I'll show you that. Yeah, this one. The third gun, sorry. 18.5s. Yeah, that's the one it gets. It's pretty awesome. It's a pop gun. You can do a lot of damage. I do take 15 premium shells, and I'll be honest, I do use them a lot. Just because, one, I can make a difference in a game against higher tiers, and penetrate their more awkward targets to give my team the upper hand. The view range base is 390. That goes up to 442 with optics and obviously some situational awareness, and the signal range is 700, which is pretty respectable. Okay, so crew and equipment. I start off with equipment. I always run with coated optics, and in this I like to put a rammer because it makes that reload time even faster and even more insane. I run with a camo net. You could run with binoculars, and there's actually a massive argument to run with binoculars if you want. In actual fact, I do tend to switch out every now and then. I'm not too sure on which one I think's best. They both have their benefits. You could even go for something different if you liked. What else could you go for? You could go for a toolbox if you wanted to get the repair up. You don't need aiming speed. Tracks sometimes come off when you crash, you could go for them. But I think either a camo net or binos would be fine. Okay, so I have a large repair kit because you open top, so every now and then, you'll take module damage or a couple at a time. take a first aid kit, and I always run with an automatic fire extinguisher. It's just a life or death thing in a light tank, so there you go. Okay, crew, 6 cents camo, full camo crew along the rest. Designated target for my gunner, which will kick in when he hits 100%. Off-road driving, situational awareness, and as this is a premium tank, I'm training up a loader for a WZ131, so I have to have situational awareness in there. Of course, I'm not getting the benefit for that, I only get the benefit for one, but that doesn't matter because that's what premium tanks are for. Okay, so that's the tank done. Don't worry about the armour. It's got everything what counts for a light tank. Good gun, good camo, good speed, good manoeuvrability. You can't ask for much more. So let's move on to gameplay to see what this is all about. So here you can see me in Prokhorovka. As you can see, we have a 49% win chance as calculated by XVM. I don't normally take much attention to that, to be honest with you. They have got some, yeah, I'd say a slightly better team than us. They've got some nice heavies, platoon of 3 IS-6s. One of them's a respectable player. One of them's a half decent player. I'm here with my good friend Shadowcaster122 from Circ 2. He's now in Reddit, traitor, but never mind. Anyway, so you can see that's the makeup of the team. As a light tank, I'm looking straight away for the other lights. So I've got a 59-16 I've got to take care of because spotting's everything in this game. And then I've got to keep my eyes out for the IS-6s. I'm not too sure which way they're going to go. There's quite a few tank destroyers there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tank destroyers. That's not good news for me. They can hide in them bushes, give me a shot. So I'm going to be looking to be careful there and do the best I can. Okay, so let's move on in the game and let's see how it takes things further. I always like to go, well, as Tazalon will say, half-court scouting at the beginning. You can see this tank's got nice fast acceleration, already up to 66 kilometers an hour, going up to 68 up the hill. I want to shoot across and see what I can see. So there you go, got a little spot on the scout. I know he's going to spot me, so didn't get to check out their team then. XVM's telling me this guy ain't that much of a great player, so I'm looking to capitalise on any possible mistakes he makes. I decided to follow his line, see what I can see up here.
Ready to fire.
As you can see, straight across there, accurate gun, hit him straight away, then managed to get the spot on the IS-6s. So that's good, already. Nice view range there, picked up the IS-6s moving through the hedgerow. Nice, quick, accurate gun, managed to punish the scout. Now I tend to zoom out a lot when I play, and I'm giving you my in-game view, so this is exactly how it looked in-game for me. I'm not controlling it now during the replay, and as a result it appears the tank's going slower than it is, but when you zoom in so it's just a tank view, this seems pretty fast. You see shadows there waiting for a shot. No, I'm not too sure if I lit up that Hellcat or them guys over the other side. Quite possibly the guys over the other side, but in any case, it's just took a massive whack. Now these IS-6s are aware they're being shot here. They've probably just noticed the heavies going up on the hill.
Permission to engage.
It's time to move in on this 59-16. Now he's got an auto-loader gun, which in normal circumstances ain't worth shit. But against me it is, because I've got no armor.
One of our tracks is damaged.
So as you can see,
is hit. Penetration. Penetration. One of our gas tanks ruptured. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Now, it's debatable whether I should have done that. I still stand by it. I think that was the right call. He would have been spotting these guys up in B and D 1 and 2. I'd already got a shot in him earlier, so I knew I had the head start, and I knew that I could possibly take damage, but I knew that I'd win that engagement. So anti-scouting completed. As you can see, these IS-6s are making a big charge on the middle. They've seen the heavies up the top and decided that once they're over there, they're through. Now look at this with the Type 64. What other light tank can you know that can make such devastating effect? These IS-6s are down there. They're committed. They've killed Shadow, who's quite arguably the best player on our team. They're thinking they're through. Two have made quite heavy damage. Now it's time to move the Type in. You can see the E-25 and the Prot coming. They've got shots on me, so I've got to be a bit careful here. I've switched to premium ammo. That was a bad shot by me.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit.
Get my ass out the way, because he'll quite possibly kill me in one shot with that gun. VK's peeping over the hill, looking like he wants to get some of the action. Now he's backing off.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
I will say, there's me, I'm reversing backwards, I'm trying to keep a low silhouette. These aren't blind fires. When you do a replay, for some reason, sometimes they don't always light up the
Enemy
silhouette.
armor is damaged.
So these were aimed shots during the game. The last two, I think, were blind fires. I can remember putting one or two blind fires down there, but all I see was red. I could actually see his silhouette. So now, it's 5-6. And it's looking promising for us.
We didn't even scratch
I got lucky there.
We're immobilized.
It turned round. I hadn't realised. I hadn't thought it'd do that. I got hit by the 25-2. I wanted to get clear now. I'm using my speed to get out of the way, and I know that once I get in these bushes, I'm going to be pretty safe. They won't be able to see me. Now, whilst that was going on, in actual fact, we took casualties down on the west side. We're not looking too clever ourselves, even though we've killed their top tier tanks. Our heavies that are now pushing down the hill are pretty damaged. Our team didn't get away with that. Right now, we've got a 53% chance of winning, so report by XVM. I'm using my camo to do a bit of spotting here. You'd be tempted to just rush off now, but it's really not necessary. Once you go over this hill, you're kind of committed. I know there's a T-44 and a Prot to my right. I'm one shot from pretty much everything on now, so I need to be a bit careful. Now I know he's gonna, even though he's got a WN8 of 199, one shot me if he's got the top gun. So I'm trying to draw him out. If he ain't a bot, I'm trying to use his inexperience and wanting to kill me to get him killed. He falls for it. Team members just get the shot before I can snap off the cupola. As you can see, I'm still not in a rush to go charging in. I can do my job from range. I've got my little circles on the map there. Their camo value's the reason why I'm not spotting them now, pretty much. So I just need to be patient, because they're going to move. And when you play lights, especially this light, patience is your friend. Because as long as they move before you, my camo net's up.
We didn't even scratch
Now
them.
the gun accuracy on this is like the dispersion is 0.4. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel like that at all. It's way more accurate than that.
Penetration.
Laying some hurt down onto the Prot now. Now I've been
We
spotted.
didn't penetrate their armor.
It's time for me to get out of the way. I 1C, now the Nashorn's gone for me. I'm everyone's high priority right now. I need to keep the building between me and the Nashorn. I'm hoping the Prot hasn't got a shot. Now our heavies, the lows bottling out. He's had enough on the hill. The IS-3's gone through. He's not looking too clever for him either. Shadow's trying to give him some encouragement there. It's 10 apiece. We're all pretty damaged. They're all pretty damaged. There's the T-44. I decided I want to have a blind shot, but then I figured that the Jag Tiger's probably got a shot on him if I remove that building. I'm aware that I could be giving the game away from my position by firing, but I've got the bush between me and the low. My plan didn't work. The T-44's moved back into some hedges, so better luck next time. You know, our team members have gone down there. Panzer Souffle's managed to kill the tank destroyer. That was a badly timed shot. There was nothing wrong with the accuracy of that shot. The tank performed well. It was my timing that was out. Now there's a bit of pressure on me to deliver here. The Nashorn's lit up. Didn't make that shot. I'm spotted. I know I've got to move the building between me and the Nashorn. T-44's down there. Decided it's time to get forward because they're going to cap us out. Got the Nashorn there. Still one shot. It's down to me. Don't want the Jag Tiger to die. The lows come up from the centre from the hill to give us some support, which is good of him.
That one didn't go through. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
That's bought us some time. As you can see, I managed to get the drop on that prop. I'm keeping myself camouflaged from the Nashorn. It's just a lovely tank. It's good gun depression, pretty much. Good camo, you know. Fast. Tried to get through there, shot the track of the dead tank. Now I haven't got silhouette. You know. I'm thinking it's time to finish this. The guy's got a 664 WN8. He's not the best player in the world. I'm betting that my peekaboo is probably better than his, given I play a lot of lights.
Penetration.
Oh. Actually running low on bullets now, only 5 left.
Ricochet.
So that could be a criticism of this tank. The fact that, you know, you do run out of ammo if you're not too careful on your shots. That's the replay over there. All very good. Let's move on to the post-game stats. Here you go then, guys. Ace Tanker badge, Defender medal, 28,282 profit in credits, 1,927 experience with premium, 1,285 without. Hit percentage of 71%. I'd say, you know, to be fair, got to be a good 15% of their misses was down to me, not the tank. So RNG weren't too bad on that one. Really nice weekly mission experience earned, 1,927 there. So before we go on, it's just worth noting that you can see that I got spotting damage on the IS-6, 2 of the IS-6s, T-44, T-28, AT-7, E-25, T-25-2 and VK-3601. But the strange thing is, when you look at the detailed report, it says that I only spotted 4 tanks. I don't know what's up there, but there you go. So anyway, that's quite an impressive looking screen. I'm quite satisfied that I've done a good job there. So let's move on. Here's the team score. As you can see, I got the top in the team, Type 64, Tier 8 game. Almost the top get damage. I think I was 3rd on the damage, top on the experience. Keeley in the T-28 prototype on the enemy team, worth a shout, 3,165 damage. IS3 on our side, Arsenal Man 85. Good shout to you, mate. Done really well. And also Massisiu in the Ferdinand. Nobber of the match has got to be... You got nothing. Oh, look at that. 4 on our team didn't get no damage. That's pitiful. Nobody stood out to not get any damage. I suppose the guy in the Hobartley in the T69. Come on, mate. You could have done better than that. Apart from that, yeah, good game there. Well played by the team. Let's move on to our detailed report. Here you go. As you can see, I fired 30 shots. Penetrated with 22. Leading to 2,255 damage, 792 of which is more than 300 meters. I received 3 hits, and all 3 of them penetrated because of my crap armor, and that rendered me down to be one-shottable for the remainder of the match. I spotted 4 enemy vehicles, which is strange because the other screen there was clearly more said that I spotted, but I see. I got spotting damage on others, but I didn't spot them. Okay. Alright. Enemy damaged, destroyed damaged, 6 vehicles destroyed, 3. Damage caused by assistance, 1,468. Okay, there you go. 74,863 credits, 28,000 profit due to my use of premium ammo. That's not too bad. So to conclude, it's a brilliant tank. Can't grumble. I will be putting more Type 64 replays up as I get them. I love to play light tanks, so stay tuned if you're into that thing. I'm probably going to do a theme on my light tanks actually, because that's my strongest point, lights and mediums. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was of benefit of you. This is my first video, so don't pick me apart too much. You know, I'm just a noob at this making videos thing, so just a bit of support, a few likes would be really cool. But if you are thinking about buying a Type 64, just do it, mate. They're awesome, absolutely epic. I think I got my ace tank in like my 2nd or 3rd game, and you get them a lot, you know, because although a lot of people are playing them, they're so lethal. You know, you make a difference. You know, my favourite light is the VK2801, and that is my favourite light. But sometimes it's a little bit situational, and sometimes it can be a little bit ineffective. I don't feel like that with a Type 64. And the reason is because I'm never ineffective, and the best thing about it is you make a lot of money playing this. You know, I don't like riding tanks. I brought a T34. You can look at my stats. I've not played many in it, maybe 50 games. I don't know. It's so slow and boring. With a Type 64, I'm in there. I'm only making maybe 20 to sometimes up to 70,000 profit a game. But the games are fun, they're intensive, and that's what I like. Anyway, stay tuned, and I'll see you later.